beauty and sweetness cannot be elaborated upon. So we continue on the translation of Bhagavad Harikatha on the meeting and separation in the transcendental world of Swetadeep in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. So the glories of our Sampradaya, the Gaudiya tradition, is that of meeting separation. Rupa Goswami is elaborating on this, and Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj is explaining that when we have lost something and then have refound it, then the value of that lost object has increased in multitude. It's Swakiya and Parakiya. Swakiya means in the wedded tradition, there is always meeting. There's husband and wife. They live together, work together, eat together, and perform their regulative activities together. There is no obstruction in meeting because it is following the rules and regulations of society. But in this way, if we try to understand Parakiya-bhava, the concept of the Paramour relationship, if we understand, in Parakiya relationships there are four prominent things. What are those four things? So let's try to understand. One is vamyata, nivaranata, pracchana-kamakata, and durlabhata. Vamyata, you write it down so you don't have to ask again and again. And durlabhata. Pracchana-kamakata. That love that is in the heart is hidden and is not shown. In when a wedded relationship, you can walk hand in hand with your beloved. You have sindoor on your forehead and forehead markings, and nobody will be upset or disturbed by it in the Hindu tradition. If a girl is married or unmarried and has no signs of marriage, then if you are with a man, then they will become disturbed. There's no official relationship. The people will talk. People will they will have a bad impression of you, on you. Sometimes, somewhere, someplace, they will be thinking in a negative way of you. If you have the markings of a chaste lady, then nobody will be questioning your integrity. In the Paramour relationship, the four things we are saying, the acharyas are telling us, teaching in Ujjwal Nilamani. What are those four things? Vata, vamata, nivaranata, and durlabhata. Pracchana-kamakata refers to that in the heart, the love that is in the heart, that is hidden. It's not expressed openly. And is hidden. First is vamyata. Do you understand? Left-wing mood. That which is in the heart, that I am the wife of another. If we speak in Sanskrit, there's two things in Sanskrit. Anura, parora. one is married and one is unmarried in Sanskrit. There are many different types of gopis. Some are young girls, some are married, some are not. You try and read. If you can't sit, or ISKCON. So in Hindi there's through one ear and out the other is ISKCON suno, ISKCON nikalo, or ISKCON mein raho. ISKCON, yeah. So it's making a play on words on ISKCON, which means in Hindi ISKCON, this ear, listen from this ear and take it out from the other ear and stay in ISKCON. Where will you go? They say like this, stay, listen from ISKCON, go from ISKCON, or stay in ISKCON. ISKCON means in this. ISKCON. He's not saying ISKCON, he's saying ISKCON. Listen. Or the other side. He's playing on words.
Very clever.
Yeah. So this word, vamyata, is left wing mood. One is married and unmarried. Kanaka. Those girls who are not married yet, they live in the jurisdiction of the mother and father, but they are surrendered to Krishna in their heart and mind, and they secretly meet with Krishna. Then they call Kannata. Virgin girls. Unmarried virgin.
सब virgin है. अभी शादी करता, शादी हो गया पर still virgin. No.
No, शादी हुआ ही नहीं अभी.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Gopi.
शादी हुआ ही नहीं. बस
No. If you don't mind.
I'm concerned you're not comfortable.
So they're not married yet, and they're not eligible for marriage. So Kannaka. Not matured.
तथापि वहीं पर उन लोग के हृदय में गोविंद के प्रति ऐसे एक दृढ़ भाव रहती है कि कृष्ण ही हमारे प्राण प्रियतम है.
But they think that Krishna is my life and soul.
ये भावना ये चलो एक होता है अनुरा और एक होता है
Anura and Paroda.
विवाहित हो गए.
Paroda is they are married.
किंतु मन ही मन गोविंद के छोड़ करके और किसी के प्रति उनकी
But they are not surrendered to anyone else but Krishna.
ये वाम्यता के अंदर है कि ये वाम्यता के अंदर है कि ये स्वकीय और परकीय के अंदर है.
सब परकीय में
All are in Parakiya, Paramour mood.
आएगा क्योंकि हम आगे जाके जब व्याख्या करेंगे तो इसके आपके समझ में
We will explain later.
सहज होगा.
It will be easy for you to understand.
उसमें तो अनेक शब्द है ज़्यादा बोले तो आपको
There are many other words in Sanskrit. If we speak, then you will not understand. But just for this time now.
इनके मन में एक भावना रहता है.
So in their mind there is one vision, because they have intense love and devotion for Krishna.
में क्या रहता है?
In their heart,
कृष्ण हमारी एकमात्र प्राण प्रियतम है.
Krishna is our only beloved.
कृष्ण की जब प्रीति करते हैं,
But when we love Krishna
और दूसरे किसी को गंध
in a way that nobody else will suspect that we
कृष्ण की प्रीति करते हैं.
we love Krishna,
किसी को पता नहीं लगता.
and others do not know that we love Krishna.
नहीं तो घर में झगड़ा हो.
Otherwise there will be quarreling and fighting in the house.
ये विवाहिता है.
वो विवाहिता हो अविता हो.
Or if they are married or unmarried.
परोरा शब्द की अर्थ है विवाहिता बस परोरा माने मैं दूसरी की विवाहिता पत्नी हूँ
Paro means married to another man.
जो अनुरा है वो विवाहिता नहीं
नहीं
कन्या
Anura, the other is unmarried. Synonym words.
इनके हृदय में इसलिए जो बातचीत आदि ऊपर से आदि करते रहते हैं कुछ टेढ़े मेढ़े से करते हैं
their activities are in a crooked way. They do not talk in a direct way.
सीधी बात नहीं करते उनकी बोलना चलना हंसना
Their walking, talking, laughing activities, daily activities, very unusual. Their heart you cannot understand in an easy way.
Not easy to understand their inner court of heart. अच्छा पहले हो गया वाम्यता.
This is vamyata.
अच्छा दूसरी क्या बोला?
Nivaranata. This is second.
माता पिता बाप पति आदि के द्वारा जो केवल बाधा सृष्टि हो जाती है.
Those who are uncontrolled by their family members, like a gopi or Srimati Radhika is going somewhere, they will ask, the parents will ask, where are you going? And they will stop her. And they suspect that going somewhere it's not appropriate to go, it's late at night. So they're restricted by their elders. This is called nivaranata. Pracchana-kamakata. Pracchana-kamakata. Pracchana is that love in the heart that is hidden and the smell of which it cannot be understood by anyone. Pracchana means hidden. Pracchana-kamakata. Pracchana-kamakata. Kama here means love. This is hidden and not seen. Love is such that as much as it is hidden and its beauty and sweetness is elaborated. But that love which is openly expressed, it does not remain sweet. So love is such a thing that is hidden in the heart. It's not expressed openly. This is called pracchana-kamakata. Durlabhata is that which very rare. Sometimes it is there. Very rare it is there. Sometimes it is there. Sometimes they meet with Krishna, sometimes not. This is only applicable to Krishna in the Paramour mood. It is in the gopis, only in Braj, not outside. Braj, only in Braj. Nowhere else can it be found. Trying to understand very carefully. Parakiya-bhava cannot be in anywhere else, only in Braj. So this means that we have to take birth in Braj.
कौन से ब्रज में? प्रकट लीला में,
in the manifest pastimes. Not now, when Krishna performs this lila, at that time we have to take birth. And we have to take birth. Yogamaya will arrange this.
This is not your subject.
This is not your subject. It's not of your concern. Where? At the time of Krishna's manifest pastimes. Those Dandakaranya rishis, at the time of Ramachandra, because of Ramachandra's mercy, they had to take birth when Krishna's pastimes were taking place. They were performing austerities for many thousands of years. Try to understand very carefully this. Not these Brajvasis today in Braj. You have to try to understand who are Brajvasis. There is the Brajvasis who are surrendered to Krishna, like under the guidance of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, he is giving this definition of Brajvasis. Who is Brajvasis?
One completely surrendered to lotus feet of Krishna. And the same mood of Rupa and perform bhajan and sadhana. They are called Brajvasis.
In the mood of Shri Rupa and Sanatana, and performing their bhajan and sadhana. And not the pigs in Braj. They may say, I am Brajvasis, even the dacoits, the thieves, rogues. I cannot say that even the Muslims, they are living in Braj, but they cannot say they are Brajvasis. They are not Brajvasis. Those who are Brajvasis are in the mood of Rupa and Sanatana, and one pointed toward Radha and Krishna, and are performing the bhajan. In Parakiya, there are these 4 elements. Vamyata.
पहले 4 जो बताया जाएगा, परकीय जो 4 जो भाव है, ये दुर्लभता भी करने।
This durlabhata is very rare. Sometimes it meets, sometimes not.
मिलता है, कभी नहीं मिलता। भगवद इच्छा से,
By the wish of the Lord.
ये कोई जरूरी नहीं है।
This is not present in married ladies. Sankirna-bhava. There is some left-wing mood in the queens of Dvaraka, but does not stay for very long, and it's not strong. But in Srimati Radhika and the other gopis, vamyata, it is very strong. Sakya, Parakiya. Sakya, this meeting is prominent. They're married ladies. But in normal sense, sometimes there is some separation, which is like when Krishna, they married Rukmini and Satyabhama, and sometimes Krishna left Dvaraka to go to Hastinapur. At that time, the queens of Dvaraka, there is some separation. There is Mahishi Geet in the Bhagavatam. Mahishi Geet. Have you read Mahishi Geet in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Come with me. Mahishi Geet.
जैसे उन लोग की भी थोड़ा सामान्य रूप में महाभारत की सामान्य
And there's some semblance of Mahabharata there.
जैसे 10 प्रकार की चित्त जल्प आदि
And
बताया
there's
गया, उसी
10
प्रकार
types of
आदि
Chitta
में
Jalpa.
साधारण रूप में
In a
10
general
प्रकार
sense,
के भाव भी दिखाया गया।
those moods are present in the queens of Dvaraka, but very small amount.
महिषी गीत भी वर्णन
And it's known as the Mahishi Geet.
है, बहुत सुंदर है।
Mahirshi, very nice. Gurudev used to recite.
तो सख्यत्व मैंने जो कहा है,
Sakyata,
विवाहिता पत्नी,
those married ladies,
उसमें वामता सामान्य रूप में दिखाया जाता है।
their left-wing mood is very
सामान्य रूप में दिखाया
very little,
है। और उसमें सख्य में और एक क्या
not very
रहता है?
strong.
एक गर्व रहता है,
And
कृष्ण
here, there is this pride that Krishna is my husband.
है, ये भावना रहता है। और परकियत्व में क्या है?
In Parakiya, Paramour, Krishna
मेरा पति नहीं है,
Krishna is not my husband. Is not my husband, but he's the life, is my life and soul.
और एक होता है मदीयत्व भाव।
This Tadiyatta and madiyatva,
हैं?
two
सख्या में क्या
types
होता
of
है?
moods.
मैं पति का हूँ।
Sakyata is I am the husband's. I belong to the husband.
में कहते हैं कृष्ण मेरा है,
And in Parakiya, Paramour, Krishna is mine.
मदीयत्व भाव।
This is called madiyatva bhava.
मैं उनकी हूँ, मैं वो मेरा है।
He is mine and I am his. There's a lot of difference in this. He is mine, Krishna is mine. This is madiyatva.
वो जैसे बोलते हैं,
I am his is Tadiyatta.
पति जैसे बोले, पत्नी को इस प्रकार चलना पड़ता है कि नहीं पड़ता?
So when the husband speaks, the wife has to follow. He says whatever, wherever, the wife has to follow. Under the guidance of the husband, the wife has to stay. This is not the case. But in Parakiya, Paramour mood, and they're not always together in Paramour mood. Try to understand the difference.
Try to understand. What is the difference
That's
of
better.
and
Right.
इसमें तदियता है ना, स्वाकिया में।
स्वाक्य में तदियत्ता, मैं उनकी हूँ।
So
वो
here,
जैसे कहेगी,
saying I am his, and I will do as he
वो
says.
मेरा है, मैं जैसे कहूँ उसको वो मानना पड़ेगा।
Whatever I say, he has to do.
है?
This is Tadiyatta.
और इसमें क्या होता है? परकियत्व में क्या होता है?
In
ना ये
Parakiya,
समाज
Paramour,
की भय रहता है।
there's fear of the community.
आज समाज की भय रहता है। समाज
What
कहीं
will
तिरस्कार
the
ना कर दे।
community
इसका
say? The community may not reject
ये भी भावना
reject
भय
me,
रहता है।
and this fear of this rejection.
स्वाक्यत्व में ये सब नहीं रहता है।
In
समाज
Par-
तिरस्कार
in,
करने की किसी प्रकार गुंजाइश नहीं है।
Sakyata, this is not there. There's no fear.
तो ब्रजगोपियों के हृदय में क्या है? ये साक्यत्व, ये प्राकृत
Conjugal relationship.
है। और इसी के द्वारा कृष्ण की जो है वशीभूत करते हैं।
But in Paramour, they are controlling Krishna. Krishna is controlled.
ऐसे एक दिव्य अपराकृत
This
प्रेम
is
उनके हृदय में
the
रहता है,
transcendental
जिसके
love
द्वारा स्वयं कृष्ण वशीभूत हो जाते
that controls Krishna.
हैं। ये रहा। ये भाव कुछ अब तो अभी आइए मिलन जो विरह जो कहा रहे हैं स्वाक्यत्व में मिलन की
In
दिखा
a conjugal, there's meeting.
परकियत्व में क्या
In
दिखा रहे हैं?
Paramour, there is viraha, the separation.
मिलन अपेक्षा
And in the anticipation of meeting,
एक विशेष प्रकाश हो रहा है।
separation is given some prominence.
नहीं तो पूछो परकिया में
In
विरह माने विच्छेद,
Paramour, viched means separation is more, greater, and meeting is less.
मैं परनारी हूँ,
But to think that I am the wife of another, they meet sometimes and they do not meet.
Lover and beloved की जो मिलन होता है,
the meeting of lover and beloved,
वो भगवत दैव की इच्छा से,
it's by the providence.
किंतु सौकिया में क्या हो रहा है?
But in conjugal, we can meet at any time, no restriction. In Paramour, there is more separation, distance. By after short meeting, there's separation. It's like Mahaprabhu is saying, like an ordinary young boy and girl, they meet or have attraction for each other. There is no meeting. They are attracted to each other in a natural, spontaneous way. And in the same way, this prayer, this verse is saying to be attracted to the Lord in a natural and spontaneous way. Whether there is desire or not, so we have to live according to the restrictions of the elders and the community in normal sense. Whether you like or do not like, but you have been instructed to follow and marry such a person, and you have to live in that person's house. In the Paramour, this is not like that. They perform their household duties. Just like a wife of another, she is thinking of her lover whilst working in the house. Her mind is always there with her lover. But she's doing all the activities of the house. She's performing with diligence.
She performs all her household duty.
Perfectly.
Nicely. No one can know.
Nobody can know.
No one can know her heart. But she performs all her duties. But she is thinking others.
She does not let her heart and mind known to anyone. She's thinking how she can meet with her lover. This is Paramour mood. There is so much separation here in this. In Sakya, conjugal, this separation is not so much. Don't take a mundane conception of this. And in that separation, in Parakiya, in that separation, there's so much meeting and relishing. That thing that we cannot have, we want, we think of often and have a desire for it. Yeah. As much as we hanker for that thing, we keep thinking of it. And in that way, we are with that thing. We are meeting. This is the difference between Paramour and conjugal. Sankirna, there's this meeting, and Paramour, there is meeting and separation. Separation is greater, and in conjugal, there is not so tasteful. When we stay with somebody, with someone for a long period of time continuously, we look at their faults. We tend to see their faults more. This is in the world that we live in. This. You are snoring, I can't sleep, the children are crying, I have this to do, that to do, you are not helping, I'm doing more. This comes, trying to understand this material world, then we can understand the transcendental in this world. And then afterwards, we can look at the stars. One person is looking at the stars and then falls looking at the ground. So somebody's asking, why did you fall? Because I was looking at the stars. So why not look at the earth? Just look at where you're walking first. So we are saying, where we are seated, we should look at that. Look at this situation, place we are. We see in this material world what unhappiness there is. And there is one shloka in the Upanishad. So we should try and understand the happiness and suffering in this world, and then afterwards we should enter into the transcendental world. So we should understand if this world is full of happiness or distress. So is this world full of happiness or distress? When we see that this world is full of suffering, then you will look for happiness. This is true or not? One who understands that this world is a place of suffering, miseries, and then there is natural detachment. The one who does not know that this world is full of suffering, they cannot relish and appreciate. When we see conjugal relationship, so what is defect? What is lacking in conjugal? That when we are staying with that person for a long time, we tend to see their faults. We can see this in everyday relationships. Why husband and wife quarrel? Why? For this reason. There's no other reason. There is disagreement between relationship because we see the faults in others. But in Paramour, they are meeting for a short time and then separate. There is no chance of seeing the other's fault. We can only see their good qualities. Do you understand? If one person stays in your house for a long time, then you see their fault. And if they stay for a short time and they leave, then you can always just think of their good qualities.
कोई वस्तु अधिक, तो साम्यत्व में क्या होता है?
So in conjugal relationship,
वो मिलन की विषय दिखा रहे हैं.
there is emphasis on meeting, and in Paramour there is prominence of separation.
मिलन रस आसादन.
But through that separation, the taste of separation is there. The taste of meeting is there. Because the gopis, they were not married ladies. They were not married to Krishna. They were married to other cowherd boys, men. But they were completely surrendered mind, body and soul to Krishna. But Yogamaya, they arranged in such a way. There was meeting sometimes with Krishna and sometimes not. And for this reason, they were enthusiastic, eager to meet with Krishna. This is known as durlabhata. That is very rare. We are enthusiastic to achieve or get that thing which is not with us. And this is the speciality, this eagerness, and completely eager and enthusiastic. There is water in the tap, so there's no respect for the water. But if that water stopped and was not flowing and is not being supplied, then we are so eager to have water in the house. We will have to give hundreds and thousands of rupees to attain that water, because we have to save our life. Now we are taking oxygen for free. But when you cannot breathe naturally, then you have to give oxygen, and you have to give money for that oxygen. Now we are breathing naturally, not giving any money. But at that time in our lives when we cannot breathe, we value that air, the ability to breathe. Then we have to take oxygen through a machine, and we will have to pay for that. It is not free. In that same way, to attain Krishna, we become so eager because he's not available. For this reason, in the eternal spiritual world, there is both meeting and separation. Still, there is one speciality given to separation. In that separation, it rises the eagerness, enthusiasm to meet. And that which is rarely attained, we value that thing more. For this reason, in the transcendental world, both meeting and separation, separation and meeting are there. So this is being shown. With the pastimes, Hit Hari Vans. They do not want to accept separation, and they give more emphasis on meeting. For this reason, we argue that in the conjugal relationship there's always meeting. So what need is there of separation? Parakiya-bhava brajate pracha. Ujjwal ras, that is that which is Shringar ras, the highest ras. Shringar ras is two types, conjugal and paramour. They have given more emphasis on paramour mood, and which raises eagerness. Yeah. This is a shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam of Vitarsa.
Priyam prervo vishitam bhusanna manorvindaksha dirikshate tvam. ये श्लोक बहुत सुंदर होता है। भजन-रस श्लोक में गुरुदेव की अजात पक्ष इव, जिस प्रकार पक्षी शावक उनके अभी पंखा
those birds who are just born and do not have wings, and the mother is going to collect food. That those chicks are staying in the nest. They are thinking of their mother for two reasons. One, they are hungry, when they will come with food and feed them, and or fear from other birds. They are hungry and they are fearful. And they are thinking of their mother. They are fearful of being attacked.
Small baby bird.
In the same way, in that way, I can think of the Lord. This is a prayer of Vritasur. But this example is not perfect. Why? Because the birds, when the mother brings food is bringing food from outside, it's not, their love is not pure and complete. And another example is given. And another example is that like a calf hankers to drink the milk of the cow, of its mother, at the time of milking the cows, when the calf is released, and until that time the calf is waiting for that time. When will I be released and be able to feed my mother's milk? So this example is of the calf's eagerness, enthusiasm to meet its mother. Is the same to meet Krishna. And again, this example is not complete. Why? Because after drinking the milk, the calf, the milk from the mother's own body, what does the calf do after feeding? And they forget the cow, they forget the mother cow. So this example is not perfect. Prem should be continuous and constant, and not motivated or selfish. Then after 4 or 5 hours, the calf thinks again that it's hungry, and then will come to the mother again. And the third example, Oh Krishna, oh lotus-eyed Krishna, just like a beloved thinks of its lover, lover thinks of its beloved. And such inauspicious thoughts come of their beloved. May that mood come in us, and that love, that much, that amount of love we have for someone, we will also have an equivalent concern and worry for that person's
अमंगल आसन का क्या है?
nothing inauspicious has happened to them.
रिलेशनशिप है तो फिर कुछ देर से आए तो
Like
वो सोचता है इधर से क्यों देर?
if that person is late in coming back, then we worry something inauspicious has happened to them.
कुछ घटना घटी ही नहीं,
Nothing has happened, but
ये तथापि
still this
प्रेम प्रति होने के
worry is there,
अनेक प्रकार अमंगल आशंका होती है, अमंगल
inauspicious
बोले क्यों इतने समय से मुझे आया नहीं थी,
circumstances may have
हमारे
happened.
बच्चा आने के समय कहीं एक्सीडेंट हो गया,
Maybe there's an accident, my son has not come back,
ना कोई
or
किडनैप लेकर के चले,
somebody's
देखो,
kidnapped,
कुछ हुआ ही
or
नहीं।
they have a fever,
तथापि, क्योंकि प्रेम के लक्षण ही
because this is the
प्रेम के लक्षण बता रहे हैं,
characteristics of
बंधु
pure love.
जानानम, अमंगल आशंका नाम, जितने
So
साथ जिनके गण
if as much love we have with somebody, we worry for
उतना ही
them
परिमाण
something
अमंगल
else.
आशंका जाएगा, आज वो होते हैं। तो इसको आगे भी इष्ट साधक अनिष्ट बाधक ये सब तो बहुत प्रकार के विचार है, आगे
There are
मनी
many different concepts in this, like Ishta Sadhak, Anishta Vadak.
तो उस समय क्या होता है, जैसे प्रियम कृष्ण भूषितम विषन्ना मन
वो बाधक है।
अब वो प्रसंग जोगदन पर लिखा है,
चार मासों फिर आता है, उसके ऊपर फिर आता है प्रिय।
तो उसमें क्या होता है, प्रियम प्रीतम भूषणम विषन्ना, उसी प्रकार उनके प्रति हमारे मन है।
So in that same way,
ये क्या होता है,
we are praying for this
विच्छेद विरह जो है,
stage
मिलन
of love.
विच्छेद के बाद है मिलन जो है वो अत्यंत जो है गाढ़त्व धारण करता है।
So
ये चार प्रकार की विरह दिखाया,
there are four types of
प्रेमा-vaicittya, और चार प्रकार के मिलन भी दिखाया गया।
four types of separation, four types of
चार प्रकार के
meeting.
मिलन क्या है?
What are the four types of meeting?
हाँ?
Forget.
चार प्रकार के मिलन,
Four types of meeting.
मैं बोलते जा रही है,
Four types of meeting. Pravash.
Parakiya-bhava.
Pravash. Pravash.
प्रवास तो विरह में
Viral.
पूर्वराग
And that is separation.
मिलन मिलन चार प्रकार होता है, ये है
Four types of meeting.
वो किताब लो, भजन रहस्य,
It's in Bhajana-rahasya. Every year I'm coming and speak.
बेस्ट टाइम आपने
आज नहीं बोलिए आप बन जाते हो जो और हमारे पास जो रहता है ये सब भूले बाबा,
मैं भी बोला
ये सब बोला थे इनके कोई
कुछ नहीं.
याद ही नहीं था। भजन रहस्य ग्रंथ लाओ ना, एक शब्द बोल दो मैं बोल देता हूँ।
मिलन चार
उसका श्लोक है, श्लोक में
वही तो याद करने हैं हमारे।
नहीं श्लोक.
अरे श्लोक की क्या है,
एमा गूगल में जल्दी थी जो
I have it upstairs, but I can't move because my leg is
I'm
frozen.
so sorry.
4 types of
I'm sorry for
meeting.
भजन
Okay.
संक्षिप्त, संकीर्ण और संक्षिप्त, संकीर्ण और मिला। ये अष्टम अध्याय में जाएगा भजन। संभोग 4 प्रकार की है, मिला संकीर्ण, संक्षिप्त,
द्वितीय में भी और तृतीय में भी
ये सारी प्रक्रिया में
You pour the chair. Thank you. No, you have this one. I'll take this.
I'll get the. It's just a notebook.
Yeah. Thank you.
इष्कन साधन रात्रि लीला प्रेम भजन संभोग इसमें आएगा महाराज जी।
हाँ, चार प्रकार की मैंने अपनी किताब रखा
समृद्धमान उच्चता समृद्धमान Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Got Bhajana-rahasya book?
You can find it.
Find it?
Oh.
Thank you.
भजन-रहस्य तो है मुझे पास बुक।
Sankirta, sankirna, samriddhiman.
Okay, let's go for it.
Hare
Where are you looking in Dvaraka?
and Bhajana-rahasya.
What do you think about purva-bhakti.com? They have a lot of books online.
Yeah, just type in Bhajana-rahasya.
Downloaded, but
I'm
where
looking
it
for
is
Hindi
written?
books.
Who knows?
Actually,
What page?
I got that far.
Okay. E-books.
यहाँ पे मिलन का सब कुछ लिखा है।
If you put-
सेवा करने वाले भी
if-
हैं, सरोवर में जो पक्षी
Why don't you find it?
लिखा है। ये सारी चीजें लिखी हुई हैं।
We'll come back in a minute.
इंदौर में भजन रहस्य तो गया नहीं। आपके हिंदी बाबा है?
संदर्शन जल्प संपर्श वर्तन निरोधन ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है महाराज जी?
आर्य में मैं जो संक्षिप्त संकीर्ण समृद्धमान और एक है संक्षिप्त मिलन। संक्षिप्त संकीर्ण समृद्धमान और एक प्रकृति लाभ। ये चार प्रकार के जो है मिलन है। लिख करके रखो। आगे क्या बोला?
Sankirta, sankirna, kirna, samriddhiman.
समृद्धमान ये चतुर्थ होगा। थर्ड और एक रहा याद करना पड़ेगा। क्योंकि विरह के साथ ही मिलन होता है। विरह के बाद मिलन होता है। आज अच्छा चलो उसको छोड़ दो।
Find it.
Could it have been found on purva-bhakti.com?
Found it.
Maybe you have to look through the whole book, though. So it's just trying to individual.
कहाँ लिखा है नहीं पता।
ये हिंदी इंग्लिश में है।
हिंदी
एक चैप्टर में देखो।
एक में देख सकते हैं।
Seven.
अच्छा चलो सुनो पता।
Okay. Let's see.
आप जो मैं कहा उसको लिख करके रखो। मैं दिखा रहे संक्षिप्त, संकीर्ण और लास्ट में जो है और एक आ गया।
ये वाला मीटिंग है ये सेपरेशन?
ये मीटिंग है।
मीटिंग के 4 प्रकार।
संक्षिप्त,
संक्षिप्त, संकीर्ण, थर्ड नंबर के ये रखो, ब्लैंक रखो। फोर्थ समृद्धमान मिला। थर्ड का भी नाम मेरा याद नहीं है। ये
इसका मतलब
है
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ?
संक्षिप्त जैसे मान की बात जो मिलन होता है वो होता है संक्षिप्त हो जाता है।
So there's
हाँ, संक्षिप्त बात है, सामान्य की बात है, मान की बात। जैसे
समाधान हो जाता है सेवा।
जैसे मान तो विरह में आ रहे हैं ना, मान किस में आ रहे हैं?
man is in
विरह में आ रहे हैं।
separation.
4 प्रकार के विरह बताए ना, पूर्वराग, मान,
Purva-raga,
प्रवास,
man,
प्रेमा-vaicittya।
prema-vaicittya.
ये मान जो हो रहा है, मान किस में आता है? विरह में।
Man is in separation.
है? अच्छा, इसके मान प्रशमित हो जाने के बाद, मान चले जाने के
After
बाद जो मिलन होता है
sulkiness
उसे
mood
कहा जाता है
is
संक्षिप्त।
gone and then meeting is there. This is known as
पूर्व राग के बाद
sankipta.
है वो संकीर्ण होता है।
After
पूर्व राग
purva-raga,
के बाद,
after
पूर्व राग
purva-raga,
विरह हो रहे ना, पूर्व राग के बाद जो मिलन होता है
that meeting which is
उसे
after
कहा जाता है
purva-raga,
संकीर्ण होता है।
that is called sankirna.
पूर्व राग समझते हो?
Purva-raga, do you understand? Purva-raga.
जैसे वेणुगीत आदि से पूर्व राग।
In Venugit is purva-raga. That beloved and beloved, that deep attachment before meeting,
जैसे कृष्ण के साथ गोपियों की
like Krishna
जो मिलन की जो प्रबल उच्छ्वास हो रहा है,
want to meet, the gopis want to meet Krishna. This is known as purva-raga, as in what is recited in Venugit.
पूर्वराग के बाद जो मिलन हो रहा है, ये सब विरह, पूर्वराग के विरह है ना।
And this is separation.
ये पूर्वराग के बाद जो मिलन होता है उसके कहा जाता है संक्षिप्त होगा।
Sankipta.
चलो संक्षिप्त हो जाता है, सामान्य रूप में दिखाई देता है। और फिर मान के जब तक होता है वो संकीर्ण होता है कि मान तो हो गया, मान जब प्रशमित हो गया फिर जब मान फिनिश, तो उसके बाद
man is finished,
सामान्य रूप में हो जाएगा,
is sankirna.
और इसके बाद जो पूर्वराग मान प्रवास, प्रवास के बाद
Purva-raga, man, pravash.
वो होता है उच्छ्वास में, उत्कंठा में हो जाता है, करके मिलन।
That is a meeting after
और
the initial enthusiasm to meet.
और समृद्धमान, किंतु इसमें कहीं की
There is
प्रवास के बाद
after
प्रेम-vaicittya
separation,
दोनों ही एक जो है
there is meeting,
समृद्धमान,
and there is that is known as samriddhiman. Samriddhiman meeting.
ये समृद्धमान एक शब्द है, ये मान है,
Samriddhiman is one word.
गुणवान,
Gunavan, like this word, full of qualities.
तो ये शब्द
It's one word.
प्रवास,
It's not man as in sulky mood.
देश से चले जाने के बाद
Pravash
जब आते हैं,
is after a long
उस समय
separation.
जो एक दूसरे से मिलन भी होता है, वो
That
अत्यंत
meeting
समृद्धमान
is this known as samriddha.
इसी प्रकार बन, उसमें ये दिखाया गया। इसलिए अपराजित चित जगत में
So in the transcendental realm, this is prominent, present.
उस जगत में प्रवास आदि जो है,
That long separation
अपराजित चित जगत में
in the transcendental realm,
प्रवास कहने पर
saying
कृष्ण गोचारण के लिए जाते, वही उतना ही तक है बस।
when Krishna goes to herd the cows, that is his long
उतना ही जो
separation.
उन लोग के सहन करना बहुत कठिन होता है।
That separation is very difficult for them to
कृष्ण
tolerate,
गोचारण करके फिर
just for
गोपी
that
संग मिलते
time, amount of time.
हैं। वो इतने तीव्र ज्वाला होता है।
That is so
हैं,
intense.
सैकड़ों बिच्छू के डंका मारने
It's
ये
like
ज्वाला होता
thousands of bites of scorpions.
है, हैं, वो ज्वाला है।
That is like the fire of
प्रकट लीला
separation.
में जो दिखाया जाता है, वो कृष्ण
In
जैसे
the
वृंदावन से
present,
मथुरा
in
चले
the
मथुरा से द्वारका
Krishna's
चले
pastimes in this world,
हैं,
when Krishna goes to
आज
Mathura and then he goes to
किंतु
Dvaraka.
उस जगत में कृष्ण के गमनागमन नहीं है, माने
But in that,
सिद्ध जगत में, अप्रकट
in
जगत
the
में
transcendental
कृष्ण
world,
वृंदावन से
Krishna
मथुरा नहीं जाते।
Krishna does not go from Vrindavan to Mathura,
आज वृंदावनम परित्यज्यम पादम
because Krishna never leaves Vrindavan even for one moment.
वृंदावन से बाहर नहीं जाते हैं। इस जगत में प्रकट लीला में दिखा रहे हैं कि
In
कृष्ण
this
वृंदावन से मथुरा गए।
in this
मथुरा से
world,
कृष्ण कहाँ
we
गए?
see when Krishna was present, we
द्वारका
see
से
he went
कृष्ण
from
कहाँ गए?
Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura, and then from
उनके
Mathura
पीछे
to
फिर कृष्ण
Dwarka,
वापिस
and
गए।
then from
द्वारका
Dwarka
से
he went
कृष्ण
again
फिर
to
मथुरा आए,
Vrindavan,
मथुरा से कृष्ण फिर वृंदावन आए।
and
ऐसे
then from there he
है
came back
प्रभु से।
to Mathura.
किंतु अपराजित चित्त जगत में वहाँ पर जाने की
But in the
कोई
transcendental
आवश्यकता नहीं।
realm, there is no need
क्योंकि
for
कृष्ण
this.
त्रिविध रूप में त्रिधाम में
He
सदा
is
सर्वदा नित्य वर्तमान
present,
रहते
he
हैं।
is eternally present in
द्वारकाधीश
each
कृष्ण
of
द्वारका में
those
रहते हैं।
abodes at
मथुराधीश
all
कृष्ण मथुरा
times.
में रहते हैं।
Mathura, Dish Krishna stays in
आज
Mathura,
वृंदावन के कृष्ण
Dwarka,
वृंदावन में।
Vrindavan Krishna stays in Vrindavan,
केवल
and
जो मैं
Dwarka Dish
इस
Krishna
लीला को
stays in
संपादन
Dwarka.
करने के लिए
But
जैसे
just
एक भावना प्रकट कर देते हैं
to
कि
Yogamaya
कृष्ण
arranges
वृंदावन से मथुरा
the mood
चले गए।
to the gopis that he has left
समझ गए?
Vrindavan and gone to
ये भावना।
Mathura,
किंतु
just as a
वास्तव में
mood.
वृंदावन के कृष्ण
But
वृंदावन
he
नहीं,
does
वृंदावन
not
के
go
कृष्ण
to
वृंदावन छोड़
Vrindavan.
नहीं
Krishna
गए।
does not go. Vrindavan Chandra Krishna does not
केवल
leave Vrindavan.
रस आस्वादन कराने के लिए
Just to
योग में
taste
उनके
this
मन में एक
mood
भावना
of separation, Yogamaya arranges.
वृंदावन छोड़कर वृंदावन से मथुरा चले वो विरह होता है। इसलिए अभी जो कथा प्रसंग में जो हम आ रहे हैं,
So what we are
उस जगत में
speaking,
जो विरह जी दिखा प्रवाह जो कार्य है, प्रवाह
this
माने
pravash, this long separation,
दूर जाना, अपने स्थान को छोड़ करके बाहर जाना,
going
प्रवास
from one place, from one's own place to another.
जैसे हम प्रवासी हो गए,
Like we are pravasis, we are
अपने
travelers.
जन्म स्थान को छोड़
We have
करके
left
हम
our
ये है,
birthplace and
मेरे
come
पासपोर्ट
here.
क्या है?
My passport is
इंडियन
Indian,
पासपोर्ट है। हम कहाँ पर आ गए?
Australia.
में आ गए।
We come
इसी
to
देश में आ
Australia.
गए। तो मैं क्या हो गया?
Pravashi,
foreigner,
I am known
foreigner,
as a foreigner.
है? आज अपने देश को छोड़ करके
I've
मैं
left my
क्या
country and come here.
है? ये क्या हो गया?
This
मैं
is called
प्रवासी।
pravas or
ठीक
pravasi.
उसी प्रकार कृष्ण वृंदावन
In
छोड़
the same
करके
way,
कहीं नहीं गए, वृंदावन छोड़ के कहीं नहीं
Krishna
गए।
does not leave Vrindavan to
तो
go
कौन गए?
anywhere. So who went?
बोले उनकी जो एक्सपेंशन जो प्रकाश वो सदा
Krishna's
सदा जहाँ पर
expansion, his prakash,
है,
he
किंतु
went
मन में गोपियों की मन में
in
एक
the
भाव
minds
उत्पन्न
of the
कर देते
gopis.
हैं। ये कृष्ण
This-
वृंदावन से
This
मथुरा,
mood has risen in their mind that
किंतु
Krishna has
वो
left
कृष्ण कहाँ
Vrindavan and
पर
gone
है?
to Mathura.
वृंदावन में है,
Krishna is
किंतु
in
योग
Vrindavan,
माया के द्वारा
but
कृष्ण अपने
Yogamaya
को
is arranging
गुप्त
this
करके रखा है।
and
नहीं तो
hiding
विरह रस आदि नहीं होगा।
this mood that Krishna is present,
समझ में आया?
so that the gopis
अच्छा,
have
अभी
this
जो हम
feeling
जो
of
प्रभाव को
separation.
बता रहे हैं, अप्रकट चित्त जगत में
In the transcendental world,
जब गमनागमन नहीं है, यातायात नहीं, कमिंग गोइंग
there's
नहीं
no coming and going.
है, तो क्या कृष्ण गोचारण के लिए उतने समय जो जाते हैं व आते हैं,
At that time he
उसी
takes
की
to
कहा
go to
जाता है
herd the cows and come back. That is known as pravash
है।
for
इनके
Krishna.
प्रवास दो प्रकार के कार्य हैं, एक
Because
दूरगत प्रकार प्रवास
there's
और
two
एक
types of
निकटगत
pravash.
प्रवास का है।
Traveling,
क्या समझ?
short travel and a long distance travel.
दूर
Far.
एक कृष्ण वृंदावन से मथुरा गए
The long distance separation is when he goes from Vrindavan to Mathura.
हैं, और निकटगत प्रवास क्या है?
Then short
कृष्ण गोचारण के लिए
short separation is when Krishna goes cow herding.
हैं। उतने समय तक गोपियों की विरह जो
Even
है,
that amount of time for the
असहनीय हो
gopis,
जाता है,
they cannot tolerate.
हैं। उसमें भी गोपियां तो बीच बीच में मिलती जाती है, जैसे गोपियां
The gopis are meeting him in between.
सूर्य पूजा के लिए
It's like they have an excuse to go and worship the sun god Surya Dev, and then they meet with Krishna,
फिर लौट करके गोपियां आती है
and they come back from that
और
worship.
ठीक कृष्ण उसके बाद
And
आधे
then,
घंटे बाद कृष्ण तो लौट
and
करके
then
आते हैं।
after half an hour, Krishna
उतना
comes
ही
back.
विरह जो है गोपियों की सहन
Even that half an hour, the
जुगायतन,
gopis cannot
निवेशनम, चुपचाप,
cannot tolerate
शून्यायत
the
जगते
shloka
सर्वम,
from
गोविंद
Shishakshtakam.
विरहेण। इतने समय जो
Even
है,
for that
तो
amount
थोड़ी
of
समय
time,
गोविंद की विरह
the gopis
इन
cannot
लोगों को क्या
tolerate
होता है?
the separation from
असहनीय होता है।
Govinda.
हैं? हाँ से टलरबल नहीं होता है। इसलिए कहा जाता है
So,
खनक्ते कल्पत्ता
Kalupta, Kanakta. One moment seems like a kalpa.
एक क्षण जो है विरह जो है
One moment of separation seems like many years of Brahma's lifetime. And when in the Raslila, the gopis spent for many days of Brahma in the Ras dance. Ratri. One night of Brahma. That means many, not one night, many nights of Brahma's lifespan. The gopis perform the Ras dance with Krishna. But that time, it seemed like just one moment for the gopis. In meeting, the time is so short, like seconds, and separation, that time, short time seems like such a long time. This is
वास्तव में वहाँ पे मिलन ज्यादा लंबा होता है या विरह?
what is the which is longer, the meeting or the separation? They're the same, but the mood is the difference. It seems like the long separation, even though it's not. There are 6 characteristics. So the
थोड़े दिन के विरह भी ऐसा लगता है कल्प बीत गए।
काल्पनिक ब्रह्मा के एक दिन के कल्प कहा जाता है।
Brahma's one day is known as kalpa.
ब्रह्मा के एक दिन को एक कल्प कहा जाता है।
Brahma's one day is known as one kalpa.
ब्रह्मा के एक दिन कितने होता है?
1,000 Chaturyugas.
एक दिन होता है
What?
1000
Chaturyuga. 1,000 Chaturyuga. The cycle of Satya, Treta, Dvaraka and Kali. 1,000 times.
इसमें रोटेशन होते हैं 1000 बार में से वो ब्रह्मा के एक दिन होता है, उसी प्रकार एक रात होता है।
And the same is one of his day, and same the night. 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of day.
इतने सुदीर्घ समय
For such a long period of time,
आज
they are
जो मिलन
with
हो गया,
Krishna.
उसको गोपियां सोच रही हैं
But
क्या?
the gopis, they think it's just a few seconds,
एक क्षण का
or 1 second.
समय तो ही है,
This time is the
और
time
आंखों की
set,
पलक पड़ने में जितना
but the
समय
time it
लगता है,
takes for the eyes to
विरह में
blink,
वो सोचता है, वाह,
that separation
है,
is intolerable.
ब्रह्मा के भांति इतने दिन तक हम गोविंद से नहीं मिले।
They are thinking so many days of Brahma has passed, of Brahma's life, that we have not met with Krishna.
और महाप्रभु का है
Mahaprabhu is saying,
जुगायित निवेशनम चुक्षापम विषायितम शून्ययत जगत सर्वम
Govindam Virhaname.
ये सब महाभाव के लक्षण कहा है।
These are the characteristics of Mahabhava, one of 6 qualities.
ब्रह्मांड चौचारी चौकारिता
Brahmanda Shobhakara.
आपके समझ में नहीं आएगी हर कर भूल जाओगे सब हैं, ये समझ तो है लक्षण। तो हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? प्रेम वैचित्य, प्रेम वैचित्य के विरह में आता है। प्रेम सरोवर में जो कथा जी बताते हैं कि कृष्ण राधा जी कृष्ण की गोद में विराजमान है।
Srimati Radhika is in Krishna's lap,
गोविंद हमें
And she's thinking, Krishna, Madhusudan has left me.
प्रेमा-vaicittya दिखाएंगे।
This is prema-vaicittya.
ये समस्त विरह आदि क्योंकि विरह ही क्या कहते हैं
And what is this
मिलन की जो
separation?
आसादनीय कार्य
It creates a taste for the meeting.
जिस प्रकार भूख लगने पर
Just like when one is
भोजनीय जो वस्तु जो है
hungry,
आसादनीय होता है
the food is tasteful.
मंद भूख लगने पर हैं भोजनीय वस्तु उतना
If you're not hungry,
आसादनीय नहीं
the
होता।
food is not tasteful.
ये उदाहरण दे जैसे आपके प्रबल भूख लग रहे
Like we are
जो भी
extremely
वस्तु आ
hungry,
जाए,
whatever comes,
हैं आप क्या करो
you will eat.
आहा कितने सुंदर हैं और भूख नहीं है
If you don't have
you have no appetite
no appetite.
हैं और अनेक प्रकार भोजन सामग्री आ जाए
And you
वो
have
उसमें
many
क्या
varieties of preparation,
अरे
but
इसमें नमक कम है
you will
इसमें
complain,
नमक
this
ज्यादा
is
है,
not
ये पका है ये
cooked,
कच्चा
this is
है
uncooked, this is
हैं?
not
अनेक
too less
प्रकार के क्या होगा?
salt,
प्रश्न आएगा
and many questions will arise.
है कि नहीं इसके हम जो उदाहरण देते हैं रुचि हो जाता है
This is
रुचि
known as
दशा में ऐसे
ruchi.
होता है
In the stage of ruchi,
रुचि
one
जो हो जाए तो भोजन सामग्री
taste
आते हैं वो खाता है
whatever is
और रुचि
there,
नहीं
one will
भोजन में
take.
रुचि नहीं है
If you
तो
do
दोष
not
दिखाते हैं।
have any taste in
किसने
performing
बनाया?
bhajan,
ब्राह्मण बनाया
then you
शूद्र
will
बनाया
complain, who made
दीक्षित
this,
है
who
कि
cooked this,
अदीक्षित
is
है?
Brahmin and not
है?
Brahmin, initiated or
पुरुष बनाया
uninitiated,
कि स्त्री बनाया
lady made
अनेक
or
लोग प्रश्न करते हैं ना
man made.
नहीं वे बनाया गया बहुत लोग बाद हम स्त्री के द्वारा जो बचे द्रव्य मैं नहीं खाएंगे
There's some people argue that I will not eat anything cooked from the hands of a woman, like a brahmachari may say.
अनेक लोग अनेक प्रकार के सूची भाई
It's called Suchi
एक
Bai.
कहते हैं देखो ये
This
दीक्षित है कि
is
अदीक्षित है
person's initiated, this person is not
स्नान
initiated.
करके बनाया कि
Did they cooked after having a
स्नान नहीं
bath
करके
or
बनाया।
not?
ठाकुर जी के भोग लगे कि
Did they
ठाकुर
offer
जी
or
को
not
भोग लगा।
offer?
क्योंकि जब प्रबल भूख लग
When
जाती
you
है,
are hungry, there's
तो
no
अभी विचार करते हैं
consideration of any of these things.
3-4 दिन आपके भोजन
After
नहीं मिले
you have not eaten for 3 or
और
4
अकस्मात
days
आपके भोजन
and you're hungry and suddenly some food
delicious
comes,
food आता है।
some
तो
delicious
हम
food has
विचार
come,
नहीं करेंगे
you won't ask any
हैं
questions.
कि ब्राह्मण बनाया कि
Who
शूद्र
made
बनाया,
this?
दीक्षित है कि अदीक्षित है
Initiated or uninitiated?
वैसे भोजन सामग्री प्राप्ति करने के साथ ही साथ आप भोजन करना
You will just eat
हैं? ठीक उसी प्रकार
in the same way.
हैं? ये समस्त जो दिखाते जा रहे हैं ये मिलन कब रियलाइजेबल होता है
When is meeting relishable?
ये इसलिए 4 प्रकार के मिलन और 4
4
प्रकार
types
के
of meeting, 4 types of separation.
हैं? हो गया ना ये 4 प्रकार फिर कह रहे हैं 4 करके हो गया 8
4
प्रकार हो जाता है
4 and
8
4
करके
make
8 हो
8.
जाता है ये 64 प्रकार हो जाता है
And
32
in
प्रकार
this
के
way,
मिलन और
64
32 प्रकार के
32 types
विरह होता है।
of meeting, 32 types of separation. This makes 64 types altogether.
जैसे पूर्वराग
उसके अंदर 4 है
पूर्वराग हो गया ना पूर्वराग मान प्रवास प्रेमा-vaicittya इसके भी 4 करके आएगा एक के 4 करके 4 शुरू है
पूर्व राग के अंदर 4 रकम के और 4 रकम
और 4 शुरू
Yeah. Okay.
है
One, four,
है?
and then
ये भजन रस ग्रंथ पढ़ो आपके आ जाएगा सर देवद्वारा पढ़ो ये सब ग्रंथ आ जाएगा आप पढ़ते हो उभार लुक करके चले जाते
You are reading, but you are
ज़्यादा
just
डीप
not
नहीं जाते हैं।
taking it in. You're just superficially reading.
किंतु जब गंभीर रूप में
When you
पढ़ोगे,
study deeply, then you will.
इसी को तो साधु संग का मतलब है साधु तुमको
This is sadhu. This is sadhu sangha. The sadhus will teach.
ये जो कहते हैं ये भ्रमर गीत जो हम पढ़ते जा रहे हैं
That's Brahma Gita or Gopi Gita,
इसके विरह के बारे में मिलन के बारे में ज्ञान
meeting
नहीं
and
हो,
separation.
वो रियलाइजेबल नहीं होगा
You will not relish.
आस्वादन नहीं होगा रस
You will not
आस्वादन
taste.
तब होता है
You will taste
वस्तु
when
के विषय में जब जिसको
you
ज्ञान होता है
you have some knowledge of that subject matter.
वस्तु के विषय में ज्ञान नहीं होने से
If
रस
you do
आस्वादन
not,
नहीं होता है
then no taste will come.
बात ये सही है कि नहीं मिठाई आप अनेक प्रकार की
And
मिठाई
if you
आप
have
खाते
many types of sweets,
हैं किंतु मिठाई बनाने के जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स के बारे में
Well,
आपको पता चले,
if you know about the ingredients of
आपका
making the sweet,
बड़ी मिठाई
then
के
you
नाम
will
क्या है, कैसे बना,
relish
किसने
that
बनाया,
sweet.
किस
Like
प्रकार
what is it
उसकी
called,
क्रिया
and
है,
how to make
तब वो
it,
आनंद।
and
यदि कहो भाई ये जानने की हमें क्या जरूरत है, मिठाई
like
मिठाई
this. People
सब
say,
मिठाई
what
तो
is
एक ही है,
all sweets are the same.
हैं, लड्डू
What's the
कचौड़ी,
point in asking?
क्या क्या बनते हैं,
Laddu
लड्डू है,
kachori,
जलेबी है,
jalebi,
बर्फी है,
barfi,
हैं,
monthar,
गुलाब जामुन, रसगुल्ला,
monthar.
अच्छा अनेक प्रकार की मिठाई है, क्योंकि देखो सब मिठाई के बनाना एक प्रकार नहीं है,
Okay.
Sorry.
हैं?
Hey,
कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट्स तो क्या
some
होते हैं,
ingredients
कॉमन है,
are common,
कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट्स कॉमन नहीं होते,
some ingredients are
इंग्रेडिएंट्स
very
अलग
rare,
अलग डाला जाता है,
and
हैं?
the
और उसी
combination
प्रकार जो है वो बनाने के समय उसके उस प्रकार
and how to prepare.
तैयार भी अलग अलग होता है, तब उसको मिठाई के साथ अलग अलग होता है, किंतु सब मिठाई के तो मिठाई तो सब मिठाई है, कहीं बात सब तो
Those
मिठाई
sweets are sweets generally, but connoisseur.
किंतु मिठाइयों भी तो अनेक प्रकार की होता है ना, है? आज ने खीर बनाया,
If you make sweet rice or malai,
है?
rabdi,
फॉर्चून बनाए,
रब-
अनेक प्रकार होते जाते, एक ही मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स है, किंतु अनेकों नाम और अनेकों प्रकार के बनाने से अनेक प्रकार स्वादिष्ट भी होता है कि नहीं? तो उसी प्रकार रस की तत्व ज्ञान होने पर,
knowing this
है?
subject
ये
matter
रस
of
की
ras,
तत्व ज्ञान होने पर,
transcendental
और
mellows,
है, तब उसके रस आस्वाद है,
then you can taste something.
है? आज है, इसलिए कहा, ये गाना तो सभी गाते हैं,
Everybody sings,
हैं? किंतु देखो कीर्तन करने के
But
जिसको जितना
one
ही गंभीर
who has
ज्ञान होता है,
known or entered
है?
into the subject
फिर
of
उसको
singing,
अनुभव होता है,
then they
उस
will
माधुर्य रस उतना
they
ही
will
आस्वादन
relish
करते रहते
that
हैं।
subject matter
एक ही
more.
हारमोनियम तो बजा रहे, सारे गामा
One
पादा
who
गामा रे सा था पा,
one can play the harmonium, in a very basic way.
किंतु देखो वो ताल लय मान देख
But one
करके
who
किस
plays with
प्रकार
rhythm and
शब्द से
melody
किस
and
प्रकार
tune,
है, तो बजाने में वो आनंद होता है,
then
और
another pleasure
उसकी
is there
रस आस्वादन
that is relishable.
है। बात ऐसी है नहीं, हारमोनियम बजाई कभी नहीं,
Have you played the harmonium?
सारे को तो बनाए, जिसमें जो है वो ये जो है सड़ज ऋषभज वैभव ये सब ये सारे मानस
Someone has to know the intricacies of music to really appreciate.
आनंद हृदय आनंद नहीं होगा,
Without this, your heart will not be fully satisfied.
वस्तु के वस्तुत्व ज्ञान हो जाने पर आनंद होता है।
Yeah. Some pleasure is different. Otherwise, it's like playing flute to a buffalo. But
You play the flute in front of buffalo. Buffalo what do? Just chewing the grass.
Hare Krishna. Feel like that, and like.
जैसे मैंने बताया purva-raga मान,
Like we
pravasa,
talked
prema-vaicittya,
about purva-raga, man,
sankirna,
virag.
sankirna, और एक रह गया samriddhiman,
संविधान मिलन ये भी करना है,
संक्षिप्त तो रह गया, संकीर्ण, संक्षिप्त,
इसमें लिखा है संविधान मिलन, संविधान उन्हीं को भी
प्रोनाउंसिएशन ठीक नहीं होगा।
Okay.
चलो मैं बताऊंगा स्मरण करके।
I will speak of this later when I remember.
संकीर्ण, संक्षिप्त, संक्षिप्त, संक्षिप्त मिला, क्षिप्त, संक्षिप्त, संकीर्ण, और थर्ड में और फोर्थ जो है समृद्धमान, मिलन, सब इस मिलन में प्रकार के मिलन होते हैं।
sankipta, sankirna, and samriddhiman.
ये उज्जवल नीलमणि में है कि भजन रस में?
भजन रस में है, उज्जवल नीलमणि में है, सब जगह में है।
This is also present in different books, Ujjwal Nilamani and Bhajana-rahasya.
ABC है for उज्जवल नीलमणि।
सब है।
नहीं जब भजन रहस्य स्टडी कर रहे हैं ना, तो फिर हम उज्जवल नीलमणि समझ सकेंगे ऐसे।
First you will read Ujjwal Nilamani first, and then you will understand Bhajana-rahasya. Ujjwal Nilamani is called Abhidhan Grantha, dictionary. Gives all the definition. What is a noun? What is a pronoun? Adverb, verb. What is no? What is what? Ujjwal Nilamani gives one definition. What is bhav? And how many types of bhav? Man. What is man? What is prema-vaicittya? What is prem, man? What are all these things? All these definitions are given in Ujjwal Nilamani. There's rag, nilima rag, raptima rag, kushumba rag. One example Goswami is giving in Ujjwal Nilamani. We'll have to read. And Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These are known as paribhasic granthas. Meaning as like dictionary. Definitions are given. Many meanings are there. For this reason, the question you rose at the first beginning, this meeting, whether this is there or not in the transcendental realm. How is it possible? If it's not there, how can it come here? Gurudev said, whatever is in the spiritual is reflected in this material world. This is the perverted reflection in this material world. What is there is pure and perfect and pure. And what that is coming to this material world, perverted reflection. Vikrita Patifalam. Our hand is there. The reflection sometimes it's distorted. In a reflection, it's not the same. If the hand is not there, how can the reflection be there? Everything is there in the purest sense. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, what is here in this material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Distorted, perverted. Just one is a reflection. Vikrit means it's perverted. But it's not a perfect reflection. It's a reflection, but it's not a perfect reflection. Shadow. The reflection is distorted.
छोटा है, ये मोटा है, ये
My finger is thick, thin, but the shadow does not reflect that. It's distorted. That which is in the spiritual world is present here in this material world in a perverted and distorted way. In that world there is separation. Like we explained, Krishna goes to graze the cows. It's not so long. Or Yogamaya arranges for Krishna to go to Vrindavan to Mathura, as explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, returned to Vrindavan. In another Purana, Krishna, he went from Vrindavan to Mathura, Mathura to Dvaraka, Dvaraka to, he went to Kurukshetra, Kurukshetra he went to Dvaraka, and from Dvaraka from Mathura he killed Dantavakra, and then when he crossed the river Yamuna, he entered Vrindavan again, and then he met with the gopis, and then pacified them. He performed ras, and then went back to his transcendental abode. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vrindavan to Mathura, after Dwarka, he went to Kurukshetra, he went back to Dwarka. After Dwarka, Krishna left. He went to Pravas-khand, and then took his associates and went back to the spiritual world, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam. In that world there is meeting and separation, but it is not of the same type. What type is it? This is what is being described. Like we say, Vrindavan Krishna does not leave Vrindavan. He is always present in Vrindavan. In the same way, Vrishabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radhika, she is always with Krishna in Vrindavan in an invisible way. That Vrishabhanu Nandini is Samyogini Radha and Viyogini Radha. Samyogini Radha met with Krishna in Kurukshetra, like Kurukshetra Milan, the pastime, and Viyogini Radha, Srimati Radhika, in separation of Krishna in Uddhav Kyari. That's her deep mood of separation is a bit described, which is known as Brahmar Geet. This is being shown. There are many writings of the Goswamis, Lalit Madhav, and Krishna's separation. Describing Srimati Radhika entering into the river Jamuna and then coming out in Dvaraka in the form of Satyabhama. In different kalpas, in different ages, these pastimes are different. Is to reconcile these different. In many kalpas, all the pastimes are different in some way. Like when as the practitioner of bhakti performs this practice, they will realize more and more. This is what our acharyas have done and written in the books. So in some people become confused by the different presentations in different books. This is known as kalpa-bedeshu harikatha, means that in different kalpas, different pastimes are taking place in different ways, and hence by the practice of the devotee, the realizations in their heart manifest. A sadhak, a practitioner, can reach to the stage of bhava and not further. Because prem, transcendental love, cannot be maintained in this body, material body. This subject of the transcendental love is not of this material world. So why are we hearing and speaking about this? So that we can have an idea of that transcendental pastimes. So for this reason, our acharyas have written about these different levels, different stages. This is known as for the living entities. Very difficult to attain these types of modes. Agama means very difficult to attain. Agama means जहाँ पहुँच नहीं पाए, क्योंकि ये तीन जगत की वस्तु है। जब तक हम साधन भजन के until we do not enter deep into the practice, and until we leave this body, then we will enter the spiritual world and then understand completely. Some material conceptions will come. Why? Because the gopis' bodies are transcendental. Bodies are material. Senses are material. How can we understand transcendental subject matter if we are material? When we have that vritti, tendency to serve, then our senses become spiritual, and this tadatma bhava, with this tadatma oneness of the desire, and we can, just like an example given of an iron rod is put into a fire, and the potency of the fire enters the iron rod and is able to burn. In the same way, by hearing, chanting, remembering, our senses become tadatma, and then we can understand, appreciate, experience the transcendental, and that will manifest in our hearts. What you're listening now, why are you listening? Because you are getting some pleasure. Just a little, you will feel pleasure. Tava katha amrit. This, her pastimes of the Lord is pleasurable. Ibiritam mashahafam Shravanamangalam Srimadattatam Puvigaranti te Bodhidachana. भगवान की कथा में आनंद है ना, इस There is pleasure in hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So we get pleasure in listening. If we listen with faith, we can become immersed in this and we can attain the Lord very easily. So as much as we hear and as much as we speak, we become absorbed. We become immersed in that subject matter. Or everything, that is everything. This is the importance of hearing and chanting. Then you become absorbed. Then you become eagerness to how we can attain this. Like some Vaishnavas, they tell us there was one speaker of Bhagavad. He was reciting Bhagavad in a very elaborate way, and many people used to come, thousands of people. He spoke very nicely. One thief saw so many people are here. And when many people there, then thieves are also present to steal opportunities. Two types. One person has come for devotion, one has come to steal. This is natural. In the holy Dham, there are so many thieves in the holy Dham. There are not as many outside in Mathura and Vrindavan. Wherever you go. There are pickpockets there. There are thieves. There are thieves. They're thinking they will steal here. There were many people listening. Harikatha. There many people leave their purses nearby there and they think it's just concentrated on Harikatha. The thief came from behind and took the purse. So he was very happy. Something is there in the money bag in the purse. Then he's thinking, this is very lucrative. Everybody is absorbed. Then just very easily he's able to take somebody else's money. Yeah, because the listeners are absorbed, they're not concentrating on their belongings. So the thief became greedy. Then another day he came. The next day the reciter was speaking how beautiful Krishna is. Krishna, he's wearing such beautiful ornaments, expensive. And he spoke like this, describing Krishna's opulence. Krishna is wearing such beautiful, priceless gems and jewels. The thief was thinking, wow, what I am stealing here, what is nothing? If I get caught, I will be beaten. Like crushing tamarind. About Krishna. Krishna is an ordinary cowherd boy. So he listened, sat in Katha, and he started to think, where can I meet this person? So his enthusiasm became to catch this person.
अच्छा देखो
Then
है वो अभी क्या करे
what the thief was listening.
और उस समय वक्ता तो भाव में बोलते जा रहे हैं
The speaker was absorbed in his speaking.
ये कृष्ण वृंदावन में रहते
Krishna lives in Vrindavan.
और नित्य प्रत्यह जो है सुबह
Every morning at 9 o'clock, he goes
कलेवा करके सखाओं के साथ
with his friends. He goes to play.
लग गया भाई ठिकाना तो मिल गया
Yes, now he's found his place where he lives.
ठिकाना लिख लिया
He wrote down the place he lives. He lives in Nandagaon.
है उनके पिता के नाम है नंद
Nand
महाराज
Maharaj. His father's name is Nanda Maharaj. My mother's name is Yashoda. And his child's name is Krishna.
ठिकाना मिल गया और क्या करें चल पड़े
And then he went.
चलते चलते ठीक ठीक 9 बजे
The thief reached Vrindavan, Nandagaon.
भगवान भी सर्वम तज्जामि भगवान
The Lord knows everyone's heart.
ये जथामांग
Prabhadyante mante
ये जथामांग
Prabhadyante tyam stoi.
चलो भगवान तो बोले ठीक है भक्त
The Lord knows that the thief wants to steal from me, thinking I'm an ordinary person. He wants my jewels and ornaments. At that day, Krishna stayed behind and sent all the cowherd boys in front. So he met the thief. Now the thief is thinking that what the reciter said is true. So Krishna, and then he said to the little boy, "You give all your jewels," and took all the jewels. He said, "I cannot give you my bracelet. My mother Yashoda gave me. Everything else you can take." The thief is thinking, "Okay, no worries, no problem. And so I'll take one. Golden bracelet. I'll take one from each hand, and one hand from the hand, one from the foot." So then he came to the reciter, and he said, he went to the reciter and brought him all the jewels. And said, "Look, what you said was true." What? The reciter said, "You told me the address, you told me where to find this boy, Krishna, and I took these jewels." And seeing this, the reciter was amazed. He says, "Look, I'm reciting and nothing happened to me. But listen, this is a folk tale. How true it is, we don't know. But meaning to say, one who listens to the Bhagavad Gita in such a mood, then they can achieve their goal. They become tanmay, absorbed. One. So what we are speaking, what is purva-raga, prema-vaicittya, sankirna, man. Then this is multiplied by 4 in each category. Many diffusions, our acharyas have separated these different types of man and purva-raga, prema-vaicittya. Listening to this Harikatha, we become absorbed, and then our senses become purified, and then we can attain the Lord. So we must listen to this, like Paramour Gita.
बहुतो मधुपतिस्तात मानिना प्रसादत जदु सदसे विडम्बम जस्तत
Srimati Radhika is saying, one bumblebee
चरण कमल पर ऊपर बैठने के देख कर
tried to sit on
राधा जी
my
सोच रही है
lotus
ये
feet.
कृष्ण के ही
Rather,
वार्तावाहक है वार्तावाहक सुनिए
is thinking that he's the messenger of Krishna.
और ठीक उसी समय उद्धव भी
At that time, Uddhav arrived,
श्रीमती राधा की जो है दूर से दिव्य उन्माद दशा
was looking at Srimati Radhika's Divya Unmad's condition.
ये एक संग संयोग बना दी
One setting, scene is there.
एक भ्रमर ने किया कि राधा
One,
की चरण कमलों पर
one bumblebee tried to sit on the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, and she is speaking to him, "Oh, bumblebee, don't touch my feet, because on your whiskers you are carrying the kumkum from the garland of the ladies of Mathura."
उनका वह कुमकुम रूप कृपा प्रसाद जो यदुवंश की सभा में उपहासनीय है उसके पास ही रखो
You tell your crooked master not to bring this here to me, and he should keep it there for himself. And this is being described in the Brahma Gita. We will speak about this tomorrow. Madhupa Kitava Bandhu. What is Srimati Radhika accusing the bumblebee of? Krishna's name is also Madhupur. He's of Mathura, and he's drinking the ras and taste of the pleasures of Mathura. So it is the same name of the bumblebee, Madhupa.
अखिल रसामृत सिंधु प्रेम विबग्ध चूड़ामणि श्रृंगार रसराज मूर्तिधर साक्षात मनमत अपरागित नवीन मदन सर्वचित्त हरणकारी श्री कृष्ण चंद्र समस्त रसों की विषय होकर निज रागिनी शक्ति महाभाव स्वरूप आनंद चिन्मय रसतत्व प्रेम भावत्व विशुद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम की रत्न आकर अखंड रसवल्लभा विश्वानंदिनी श्रीमती राधानी के प्रेम माधुर्य आस्वादन में लुब्ध हो रहे हैं। विप्रलंब श्रृंगारस की प्रतिमूर्ति श्री राधा सर्वावस्था में कृष्ण में तन्मय हो रही है। विप्रलंब में क्या होता है? विप्रलंब में विरह में
Vipralamba means separation, and in separation one is much more absorbed in separation.
कृष्णमयी जार भीतरी बाहिरी जहाँ जहाँ नेत्र पड़े कृष्णमयी अर्थात श्री कृष्ण जिनके भीतर और बाहर भी है, जहाँ जहाँ उनकी दृष्टि पड़ती है उन्हें वहाँ कृष्ण की स्फूर्ति होती है। अथवा कृष्णमयी का यह अर्थ है कि श्री कृष्ण का स्वरूप प्रेम रसमय है और श्री कृष्ण की भांति होने के कारण उनके साथ एक स्वरूप है। कृष्ण की समस्त इच्छा को और अभिलाषा को पूर्ण करना ही उनकी आराधना है। इसलिए पुराण में उनकी ही राधिका नाम महिमा गान की गई। कृष्णमयी कृष्ण दादा अंतर्वायु
Krishna is everywhere, and seeing Krishna everywhere. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj is explaining seeing Krishna everywhere, seeing nothing else but Krishna. Wherever the eyes fall upon is Krishna, sees Krishna, and seeing nothing else. This is the condition of Mahabhava.
विवरण के पूर्ण विप्रलंब श्रृंगारस की सामान्य परिलोचना आवश्यक है। इसके बिना प्रस्तुत प्रसंग का रस आस्वादन संभव नहीं है। यहाँ पर विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती टीका में कहा है,
Vishnu Chakra Thakur is saying in this commentary to
ये सोचते विप्रलम्भ मिलन आदि के बारे में थोड़ा ज्ञान करना है।
we need to understand something of meeting and separation.
वस्तु के ज्ञान नहीं होने पर
If we don't understand anything of the subject matter that we are interested in, then we will not properly, fully relish its.
आग के बारे में ज्ञान होना चाहिए ना।
If, like there is fire, we should know something about fire. If we know that it's, is it of cold nature or hot nature? What it does. One who has no knowledge of fire, if we try to explain, they will not understand. Like water, we need to have some knowledge of water. H2O, 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. H2O, 2 hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen mixed together with some oxygen is water. And its the purpose is to quench our thirst. While we drink water so that thirst is quenched. One who does not know anything about water, what will they understand? What still, if knowing about the subject or not, one takes that subject, object, then that effect will be there. Because it is the nature of that water. If knowing or unknowingly one drinks poison, the effect of poison will be there. Taking poison causes death, knowing or unknowingly. Knowing or unknowingly, if one takes nectar, one becomes immortal. Yeah. So this parallel is being used to describe the benefits of Harikatha. That taking that subject, object, one has the benefit of that naturally, whether it knows of its qualities or not, whether one understands what it is or not. If you feel thirsty, what will you drink? Water or poison? If you do not know the effects of poison and you don't know the benefits of drinking water, you will be at a loss. You have to have some knowledge of the different objects. So here it is being said
इसके बिना प्रस्तुत प्रसंगों का रसास्वादन संभव नहीं। उज्ज्वल रस के दो प्रकार के होता है।
Ujjwal ras is of 2 types, Vipralamba and Sambhog.
विप्रलंब प्रथम मिलन की पूर्व अथवा मिलन के पश्चात अयुक्त अवस्था में परस्पर घनिष्ठ आलिंगन चुम्बनादि और प्राप्ति के कारण प्रबल उत्कंठावशतः जो भाव उत्पन्न होते हैं उसे विप्रलंब श्रृंगार रस कहते हैं।
This is Vipralamba Singhar Ras's description from the Brahma Gita.
संभोग की पुष्टि अथवा उन्नति का कारण होता है। विप्रलंब के बिना संभोग की पुष्टि नहीं होती।
Without separation, the relishment of meeting is not there.
रंग में अतिशय राग की वृद्धि होती है। उसी प्रकार विप्रलंब रति के बिना संभोग की उत्कर्षता नहीं होती। मैंने ये सब कथा अभी बताया।
This we have explained.
न बिना विप्रलंबेन सम्मुख पुष्टि मस्नुते कसायते ही वस्त्रादु भुवान रागो विवर्धते। विप्रलंब केवल रस का पुष्टिकारक नहीं है, अपितु स्वयं ही रस रूप में आस्वादनीय होता है। प्रेम स्नेह आदि स्थायी भाव युक्त नायक नायिका के विप्रलंब काल में प्रबल उत्कंठा के साथ स्मरण आदि के प्रभाव से हृदय में परस्पर स्फूर्ति प्राप्त होती है, जिसके फलस्वरूप उससे मन के कायिक, वाचिक एवं चाक्षु आलिंगन आदि इच्छा पोषित होती है। मन के इस रूप पर स्मरण से चमत्कारिक रूप धारण होता है। इस रूप में आस्वादन होने के कारण उसे विप्रलंब श्रृंगार रस कहा जाता है।
This is describing Vipralamba Shringhar Ras.
क्योंकि हम जो कह रहे हैं भाई उज्जवल रस दो प्रकार की कह रहे हैं। एक होता है क्या? श्रृंगार रस,
Shringhar Ras,
और एक विवाह,
meeting and separation,
सांख्यत्व और परक्यत्व,
conjugal and paramour.
परक्यत्व की विशेष महत्व जो है
More prominence is given in paramour mood.
भाव क्या है?
This
भाव
bhav of Srimati Radhika
ये समस्त भाव को व्यक्त कर रहे
is being described.
ये मधुबोकित वो बंधु मां विश्रामी मेरे चरण कमल के तुम स्पर्श मत।
Don't touch my feet
शराब पी कर आए
because you have been intoxicated.
भ्रमण कर रहे हैं ये स्वामिनी ऐसे क्यों कर रहे?
What the Bimbalji is saying, why are you saying we are bumblebees? We do not take anything but the pollen from the lotus flower.
एक मक्खी होता है,
One is a fly.
मक्खी कहाँ बैठता है?
Gandh, fly sits on dirt
मिठाई में भी बैठ जाता है,
and on sweets.
पैखाना पेशाब जहाँ पर
Any
गंध है,
stool,
मक्खी
urine,
वहीं पर भी बैठ
you will find flies there.
बन 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 करते सड़ा गला
Yeah,
जहाँ पर
whatever.
वो भी वहाँ पर बैठ जाता
Sits everywhere,
है।
anywhere.
और एक होता है क्या?
And
हनी बी जो है
there's a honeybee
जो मधु संग्रह करने वाली,
who
वो कहाँ
collects
पर
honey.
बैठता है? केवल फूलों में बैठता है।
It only sits on flowers.
और एक भ्रमर कहाँ बैठता है?
Any bumblebee
कमल के ऊपर बैठता
only sits on the
है।
lotus
अनेक तो
flower.
फूल है,
There are many different types of flowers, but its object is the lotus flower,
मकरंद संग्रह करना।
to collect the pollen from the lotus flower. Meaning,
कथा तो लोग सब श्रवण करते हैं,
everybody is
किससे
listening to
श्रवण
Harikatha,
करना है, किससे नहीं श्रवण।
where to listen from, what to listen, and then we have to consider.
जो क्या बोले मक्खी के भांति है,
Like a fly,
श्रोता होता है,
who
वो सब
listener,
जगह में चले जाता है।
he goes everywhere to listen. There's no discrimination.
You can't discriminate
Where to go, where not to go. But I think all the Bhagavad Gita is the same.
जैसे वो उदाहरण दिया ना मक्खी जैसे,
Yeah.
मक्खी अच्छी
Like the
स्थान पर
example
बैठते हैं,
we have given of the
और
fly, sits anywhere, everywhere, goes on dirt and on sweets.
Monkey,
मक्खी माने फ्लाई,
fly, fly. Madhu it was not.
तो उसी प्रकार एक प्रकार की भी ऐसी
So,
उनकी कोई विचार नहीं, स्वाध्याय सुखी भोगी भक्ति सब तो एक ही है,
impersonalist,
भगवान
personalist,
कथा तो है सब।
and everyone's, it's all the pastimes of the Lord.
वैष्णव मुखोद्गीर्ण पुतो हरि कथामृतम श्रवणम नैव कर्तव्यम सर्वोच्छिष्टे जतापः।
And we should not
भागवत कथा तो अमृत सर,
listen to impersonalism. It's like
वैष्णव के मुखारविंद
milk
से भागवत कथा श्रवण करना चाहिए।
touched
और
with
वैष्णव के
the
मुख से
poison of a
भागवत कथा
snake,
श्रवण करना
then we will not get the proper benefit.
है। जैसे दूध पान करने पर शरीर पुष्ट होता है,
Which is like
किंतु वही
drinking
दूध
pure
यदि
milk
सर्प के
nourishes
मुंह के द्वारा उच्छिष्ट
us, but
हो
that
जाए,
same milk
जैसे
touched
वो
with the poisonous
है,
fangs of a
मृत्यु के कारण बन
snake
जाता है।
is the
उसी
cause of
प्रकार
our death.
अवैष्णव के मुख से
In the same way,
भगवत
listening
कथा
to
श्रवण करने
Bhagavad
से
Katha from
व्यक्ति
the lips of a
नष्ट हो
non-Vaishnava
जाएगा। इसलिए
is
भक्ति
dangerous
भगवत
for
कथा
us
किसे
and
सुनना
deadly.
चाहिए? वैष्णव।
So we should listen to Bhagavad Katha from the lips of a
मुक्ति
pure
की बात
devotee.
मत बोलो।
Don't become like a
किसको
fly.
फिर
Be
दूसरी
like a
उदाहरण क्या दिया?
bumblebee. honeybee.
honeybee तो फूलों पर बैठते हैं।
Honeybees will only sit on flowers.
क्या बोले गंदगी पर नहीं बैठते,
They will not sit in any dirty place.
किंतु सब वो फूलों में चले जाते
But it goes to all the different flowers
हैं, मधु संग्रह करके लाए।
to collect its pollen.
और कमल क्या बोले भ्रमर
Brahma.
किसमें बैठता है?
And Brahma
फूलों में नहीं जाते।
does not go to all the different flowers.
आज वो जाते कमल के
It only goes to the lotus flower that is
सरोवर में
in clean water, beautiful, fragrant,
उस कमल की मकरंद का
and takes that pollen from that flower. It's very selective.
मधुमक्खी जो है वो अपने छत्ता बना लेते हैं,
Madhumakshi,
honeybee
honeybee,
छत्ता बनाते हैं, क्या इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं?
hive, beehive.
beehive बनाते हैं, मधुमक्खी छत्ता बनाते हैं। किंतु देखो भ्रमर
Brahma does not make, a bumblebee does not make beehive.
तो इसलिए कह रहे हैं मधुपक की तो बंद हो। राधा जी भाव दशा में ये सोच रही है
Srimati Radhika, in her condition of bhav,
कृष्ण के
is this bumblebee is the messenger of Krishna and has come to me to pacify me because I've been angry.
राधा जी भाव दृष्टि में ये देख रही है
Srimati Radhika is
कृष्ण
seeing in her transcendental
के पत्नी के साथ एकांत
Krishna is meeting with the ladies of Mathura in a solitary place, and I have known this, and for this reason I have become upset, and Krishna has understood this, and that Srimati Radhika has seen my fault, and for this reason, and sent this bumblebee to pacify me. This is the shloka in the Srimad.
कृष्ण संगमम ये काचन राधा जी
Kamachi means Srimati Radhika. By her dhyan, her meditation, in seeing Krishna in Mathura and meeting with the ladies of Mathura in the solitary place, and knowing this, Krishna is thinking Srimati Radhika has become upset. There's different types of man: seeing, hearing. Man means anger. Even in a dream, like in a dream, we become angry. In the dream, the child is laughing, and the sadhu is also is laughing, but the sadhu is laughing because of remembering the pastimes, and the baby is laughing because they're remembering the pastimes of previous life, and their baby is crying, and the sadhu is also crying, but there's a difference. So Srimati Radhika is thinking, these Srimati Radhika has known that Krishna is meeting with the ladies of Mathura in a solitary place. It's Krishna has sent one messenger.
अथवा ये समझ में आ रहा है ये भ्रमर कोई नहीं है, स्वयं कृष्ण ही
there's another Srimati Radhika is
मान मनाने के लिए प्रयास कर, समझिए?
So Krishna has come as the bumblebee to pacify the anger of Srimati Radhika. So there are many meanings of this.
हे भ्रमर मधुकर,
Oh, Brahma, oh, bumblebee, do not touch my feet.
मानव भ्रमर भाव नेत्र से यह कहने जा रहे हैं, ये स्वामिनी, मैं तो कृष्ण के दूत हूँ, I am the messenger of Krishna.
I am
तो इसमें हमें दोष क्या
the
है?
messenger of Krishna.
हमारे
What is
अधिकार
my
है
fault?
आपके चरण स्पर्श करने
I have a right to touch your feet.
आज में दूत के काम क्या होता है?
What is the
मैसेंजर का
first?
काम क्या होता है?
What is the
उसके पास मैसेज पहुंचा दे।
what is the duty of a messenger?
आज है जैसे हनुमान
Like
रामचंद्र
Hanuman.
के पक्ष होकर के रावण के पास गए, अंगद गए, हैं?
Angad.
अरे भाई जो कुछ हो गया सुरानमा कर दे, तेरे मंगल होगा, हैं? रावण के यही कार्य है, हमारे प्रभु इतने दयालु हैं। अंगद का हमारे प्रभु
Angad is saying, my Lord is so merciful.
शरण में कोई आ जाए, उसके
Just once was take shelter of my Lord, He will forgive all of.
भगवान में ये तो गुण है।
This is the
एक बार कोई
quality
पापी
of the Lord.
किसी प्रकार से एक बार
Any
प्रभु के
sinner,
चरण में
offender comes and surrenders at the lotus feet.
शरण ले, हैं? भगवान उसको क्या करते हैं?
The Lord
स्वीकार कर लेते
accepts that
हैं।
person. This is the teachings of the Ramayana.
लंका छोड़ करके रामचंद्र की
Vibhishan
पास
left Lanka and came to Lord Ram
जब
and
रामचंद्र
surrendered.
के पास आए, हैं?
When
सभी
he
लोग
came,
विरोध करने लगे।
everybody was objecting.
रामचंद्र सर्वंतर्यामी भगवान
The
सब
Lord
जानते हैं।
knew what the
सभी
real
सेनापति को बुलाया,
situation
अंगद से
was.
लेकर के,
He called
हैं?
all the soldiers,
सुग्रीव से
the
लेकर के
commanders,
जितने
chiefs,
भगवान के
Sugriv, Angad,
सभादाता जो, सबको बुलाया मीटिंग में, सब बैठे,
everybody
हैं?
was present.
तो उस समय ये प्रश्न उठा,
And then one question
ये रावण के तो
rose.
छोटे भाई ये विभीषण है,
Vibhishan is the younger brother of Ravan. Ravan
ये
is a
राक्षस
demon.
जाति है, हैं? इसके कैसे विश्वास करें हम?
How can we trust this person?
हो सके हमारे
He is a spy.
सबको जो जान करके वहीं पर बता,
He will take information back to his brother.
इसलिए
For
उनको
this reason,
ध्यान देना नहीं चाहिए।
we should not give him any position in our camp.
अपने मंतव्य प्रकाश करने लगे।
So everybody started to give their opinion.
सुग्रीव से लेकर के
Sugriv,
अंगद
Angad,
आदि सभी लोगों
and
ने
others.
अपने अपने मंतव्य प्रकाश किए। प्रभु ये रावण के भाई है,
This is
मुझे
Ravan's
बोले उनके
brother.
भाई हैं? ब्लड रिलेशनशिप
He has a blood relationship.
है, वो हमारे पास आए हैं इसलिए, हमारे भेद को देखने के लिए,
He's come to see our weaknesses.
कि हमारी कहाँ पर क्या कमी है, और फिर
And then
रात
they
को
would-
चले जाएंगे,
He will
रावण के साथ बता देंगे।
go and inform Ravan of our.
इसलिए सभी ने माना कर दिया।
So everybody refused.
क्या माना किया? ये विभीषण को
We should not accept Vibhishan and give him
देखो,
shelter.
अंत में
But in the
हनुमान जी
end,
खड़े हो गए।
Hanuman stood up
हनुमान जी कहने लगे, प्रभु
and said,
आपके
my
यदि
Lord,
आदेश हो
if you
तो
so
मैं दो शब्द
desire,
बताऊं।
if I can speak 2 words.
भगवान रामचंद्र उसी सभा में बोले, अच्छा बताओ।
Ramchandra
मैंने देखा,
said, okay. So I went to
रावण
Lanka
जैसे आपके एकांतिक
and I
भक्त हैं,
saw
मैं उनसे-
that Vibhishan,
हैं?
but there is
विभीषण
no
जैसे
devotee
आपके
like
एकांतिक
Vibhishan.
भक्त हैं।
There's no devotee of you like Vibhishan.
हैं? वे विभीषण
He's worshipping you.
वहीं पर राक्षस को
He's
रहा था।
living in the company of the
जिस
demons,
प्रकार 32 दांतों के बीच में
just like the tongue is staying in the midst of 32 teeth.
जीवा में तो हम आस्वादन करते हैं,
That
और जीवा
is
कहाँ रहता
tasting.
है?
It's
ऊपर
the
में
tasting
16
all
नीचे
the
16
16 above teeth and
और
16
जीवा के
below
ऊपर
teeth. And the
थोड़ी सी इधर
tongue
हो
is
जाए,
very soft.
दांत
If it moves to the left too much or to the right, it will be bitten by the
ठीक
teeth.
उसी प्रकार
In the same way, Vibhishan is staying in the company of the demons,
आपके जैसे भजन करते
and he's worshipping you, unalloyed, one-pointed.
हैं? ये कथा प्रसंग भी बहुत सुंदर है।
It's very nice description
हनुमान
of
जी पहली
Vibhishan.
बार आए, अंदर में देखा तो राक्षस को
Hanuman
विशाल
came and
सौंदर्य
saw
है।
Vibhishan.
कहाँ सीता दी के कोई पता नहीं।
Sorry, he came to Lanka and could not find Sita.
देखा तो रावण के विशाल महल देखा,
In this golden palace, huge golden palace. Hanuman never met Ravan, but he saw his palace. He saw Ravan sleeping in a huge body and smelly condition of having drinking, and many maids who was lying there near Ravan's. And looking for Sita. Hanuman came to the place where Vibhishan was residing in the middle of the night. He saw that Vibhishan was chanting Lord Ram's name and alone chanting Ram, Ram.
Outdoor and inner door.
Yeah, the house on the entrance was written Ra, and on the other side was Ma. Hanuman was confused. He says, in this place of demons, what is this sight I am seeing of devotee chanting Ram? He is chanting. Is this some kind of a ploy, delusion? This is very long pastime, short. Hanuman gave his identification. He asked about Ravan, why have you written Ra on one door and Ma on the other, to Ravan, to pacify Ravan. So he's saying, why are you chanting my enemy's name in my place? Rama. This is not Ram, no, this is your name. You are Ra, Ravan, Meghna, Ma, and Mandodari, Ma. I'm chanting your name or my sister-in-law's name. Then Ravan was pacified, or Meghnad, or Mandodari. Vibhishan is saying, I am convinced, I have attained the darshan of Lord Ramchandra's servant, dear servant, and to attain the Lord would be not very far away.
मेरे कहने की तात्पर्य यही है तो उस समय हनुमान जी ने कहा प्रभु
Hanuman
विभीषण जो है आपके शरणागत
is a dear devotee of yours. He is no fault. At that time, Lord Ramchandra, he said, even if Ravan comes to me and surrenders, I will forgive him for what he has done. So one who surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord, one should surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord. First, surrender to the lotus feet of Shri Guru. Oh, Lord will not come to you. First, we have to surrender to the lotus feet of Shri Guru.
तो यहाँ पर जो कथा हम बोलते जा रहे हैं शरणापति ये प्रलम्ब आदि जो है बहुत सुंदर इसमें लिखा है देखो विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ने केवल प्रसंग के अनुसार वर्णन किया गया है रूपानुग एवं भाव के अनुगत आचार्य ने सर्वकालीन विचार के अनुसार विरह की अपेक्षा मिलन के अधिक श्रेष्ठ माना है महाभाव सर्वभावोद्रोग में अपने टीका में लिखे हैं कि मादन में विरह का अभाव है। श्रीमती राधिका की स्वजातीय भाव संपन्न एवं पारदर्शी मंजिरी की सदा सर्वदा ही चाहती है कि स्वामिनी सदा सर्वदा निरंतर मिलन सुख का अनुभव करे। विरह की अपेक्षा मिलन में उन मंजिरियों की नानाविध प्रेम सेवा का सुअवसर प्राप्त होता है। भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु में उत्तम भक्ति की परिभाषा में अनुकूल कृष्णानुशीलन की आचार्यगण इस प्रकार व्याख्या करते हैं कि अनुकूल कृष्ण अर्थात जो स्वामिनी श्रीमती राधा की सर्वप्रकार मिलन सुख प्रदान करे। यदि पूर्वपक्ष कहें कि मिलन की अपेक्षा विरह श्रेष्ठ है, तब उत्तर यह है कि सदा सर्वदा श्री राधा कृष्ण की विच्छेद ही रहे। वह युक्ति पूर्वाप और आचार्य स्वीकार नहीं करते। यद्यपि विरह मिलन रस की संबोधित करता है, उज्ज्वलीकृत करता है, किंतु वह मात्र तत्कालिक समय के लिए है, सर्वकाल के लिए नहीं है। अर्थात मिलन एवं विरह में विरह की काम्य होता है, कारण मिलन में केवल एक ही मूर्ति में प्रणयनी एवं प्रणय प्राप्त होता है, किंतु विरह में जिस तरफ वो देखते हैं उसी ओर त्रिभुवन में सर्वत्र ही प्रेममयी अथवा प्रेममय का अनुभव होता है। और त्रिभुवन की प्रत्येक वस्तु प्रियतम की उद्दीपन कराती है। यदि पूर्वपक्ष कहते हैं कि विप्रलम्ब में व्याकुलता, गंभीर चिंता एवं स्मरण काल में नायक व नायिका के तत्पर मन में स्फूर्ति अथवा आविर्भाव का उस समय सुखमय आस्वादन कर सकते हैं, किंतु उस समय स्फूर्ति या आविर्भाव के तिरोहित होने से दुख अथवा पीड़ा होती है। इस समय विरह अथवा रस का क्या आस्वादन नहीं होता है। इस समाधान में विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती पाद आनंद चंद्रिका टीका में लिखते हैं। आगे पढ़ेंगे। बहुत सुंदर ग्रंथ है, पढ़ो, आनंद आए। एक करके शब्द एक श्लोक पढ़ो, आनंद आए।
Just listen, read one shloka, you'll get so much pleasure. Bihari Lal ki jai, Shri Radhe Shyam. Chal, take Mahaprasad.
आगे अरे इतना ही समझ लो बस। एक श्लोक पे याद करो।
Remember one shloka of Brahma-gita. Go Pramanande. Hare Krishna.